We'll just do it live. We'll do it live.
Yep.
That's a fuck it.
We're good. We're on.
Hey, live. Hold on.
We live.
We
Oh, I
live.
suppose we should tweet this out, huh?
Yeah, you can. You can.
I will tweet out on all the podcast
You
links
just can't stream there anymore.
except for Golden Showers, Hex_Golden Showers, because that link that Twitter will work in a while. I'll have that fixed by the morning. Those watching, if anybody's watching, we got one on already.
It's CC. What up, CC?
Constitution the Carpenter. Hello, sir.
What up, CC?
CC's the bomb.
Well, we know we're live because CC's here.
Yeah, and CC said it was like 90 something by where he lives recently. So
Okay.
more,
Force Mom, you just start telling people like, "Who are you?" I'm Frank Jones.
Frank Jones. What's
Frank
that?
Jones.
What's that from?
That's Barbie Goodinson.
Oh, yeah.
They're in a relationship. No big deal.
I had a Facebook called Barbie Goodmanson for a while. Of course, we just start, and the dog's out there barking. I gotta go let it in.
Oh, my dogs are outside too. I gotta get them in.
Got him?
2 minutes.
I know he's bored. What?
The shop's still working this
What?
hour.
Maybe
Well,
I'm
hopefully we
reading a little
we
more.
help you pass the time, Cece. What you working on? What's your big project right now?
Are you okay? Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
don't die.
What? CC, what are you on Central or Eastern time?
Or Mountain or Pacific.
No,
There's
I
four
know
options.
he's in like I know where he's about. I always mess it up, but it's like either Mississippi or Georgia.
If I remember
one of-
correctly, your guess was Georgia last time.
And then he said Mississippi, right? Hey, Dino. Just popping on for a random night for a minute. Hey, Adam.
Hell yeah! What's up, Vincent?
Oh, secret. Hey, secret Asian man. What up?
Hey,
Thanks for joining us. We're trying.
Adam.
We had a meeting tonight to try to get back on Twitter, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm not gonna say much online.
Well, I've got 3 business accounts that you should all follow. I have 3 business accounts that you should all follow. One of them being Forest Mommy Universe. If you're looking to the top left of your screen, if you really want like the top left of your screen, you should follow that account of mine. If you like Golden Showers, you should follow HexGS if you like the top right side of the screen. And then if you want to follow me, Sibrev everywhere. If not, that's cool. Whatevs. I don't care. I'm not bad.
We'll see how it goes. Hex got an instant 12 hours, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, CC's in
I
Central.
don't know. We still don't understand what happened there, but Golden Showers one got 12 hours in Twitter jail for no reason.
But at least that's not like instant banned. Like,
Right.
so.
Golden Showers might have a new account tomorrow. We don't know. Or it might be good, but follow it regardless.
CC's in Central. Oh, yeah, he's making cabinets and shit. That's good. So, hi, everybody. Thanks. We were chatting and we're like, well, we'll go live for a little bit. So, we're live for a little bit. It's late. We're Hex. Well, it's only 9, I suppose. That's not too late. But...
Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock here. I have been drinking, though, so.
Yeah, Hex been drinking, I's drinking, and then we got Paul to drink. So, we're all a little.
Yeah, I was peer pressured into it pretty hardcore.
We're pretty feeling good.
I was like, no, I'm not doing
I'm
it.
not supposed to say that on stream, sir.
Oh.
I'm a peer pressure. It's fine. You can admit I peer pressured you. By looking cool drinking, you're like, oh, I want to look cool too.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put the new podcast accounts in the description.
Oh, do you want me to do that?
I got it. I think let's see if it lets me do it now.
Because you're in control of this stream, right?
Yeah, well, no, because we didn't do a pre-scheduled time. I think if you do a pre-scheduled time and then go live, I can't alter it as an admin in StreamYard. But since I set up the stream and we didn't do it, we just press go. I think I can do it.
Yeah,
I'll find
Adam,
out.
it is Buffalo Trace, of course. He's finishing it up.
I just finished the last of it.
Oh, Secret Agent Man said he's missing the CIA. Did you guys see that? The CIA was like, we're taking up a podcast. We're
Is that real?
making.
I did see that. Was that real?
Yeah,
That's
of course it's real. Like, fuck the government. Like, they're so nuts with some of this shit.
It's basically Ministry of Truth.
Right. And
Holy
they're like,
shit, did
we're
that
not
work?
we're not spy-ish.
Yep, that
Yeah.
worked.
It showed up.
Yep. All the link trees for you and Hex are in, and the 2 new podcast accounts are separate and in there.
All right.
I'm gonna make link trees on link trees, to where we can just have one link tree that you click, and then you can go to everybody else's.
Yeah, you got to put one in with all y'all's stuff.
Yeah,
With
we're gonna have link trees
yours,
to link trees.
Doug's, honorable mention, and Alice.
Honorable mention.
Speaking of Alice, hey Alice.
We got them both in the chat. Alice and Adam, what up?
What up? Hex's phone is blowing up all the time, man.
It's Ashley's Signal group.
I'm gonna
They're
join
like,
it. Right.
there are like 40 people in it. Shout out to Ashley, by the way. She's based.
Shout out Ashley. She sent me the link. I just asked to join it, so I'll be in there too. But I have all notifications turned off. Oh wait, I got to do that for Signal. Hello, everybody. Happy Linkreception. Happy Friday night. It's Friday night, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. We're doing good. We were just saying a week ago we were all in person. We had a good time.
Yep.
And now we're back on the interwebs.
We're back in the metaverse.
Back in the Hey Welsh Republic. I was on his podcast. I don't know if it got published or not, but I was on Welsh's podcast one time. I always love talking to people with accents, for sure. Yeah, so the CIA is making a podcast to let people, and I'm like, how? If you're talking about being a spy, how's making a podcast?
I'm gonna help
Being
you guys.
Yeah, like, fuck y'all. Oh, and then some of us, they were on the Discord. They were like, episode 1, all the things they've done, like, the shit they've caused. Like episode 4, Osama bin Laden. Yep, we created him. Stuff like that. Hey, Dino. Have a good one. Everyone got to get busy. I hope he's going out. I hope you're going out, Dino. Vincent. Hex doesn't have a shirt on.
Been a while. Also,
Yeah. I don't like wearing shirts either, but
you can't show boobs on YouTube.
can't show boots. I almost made a post that had like a little bit of button in it. I was like, no, can't do that. It's, I should read this. I want to read the funny thing.
For the record, Secret Asian Man is one of my favorite handles. Every time I see it, it makes me smile.
Is he that on Twitter?
He's that on Twitter. He's that on Discord. Every time I see his name, I instantly start singing the song. But I do it with a very stereotypical racist Asian voice.
How do you say it? Secret
Asian man.
Yeah, there's no L or R. There's not a lot of L's and R's. So
yeah, it's hard to do. Paul Dog is so cute. Thank you, Welsh Republican. I got 2 of them. They're both drinking water. They've been outside in the cold.
Oh yeah, episode 1, you assholes killed Kennedy. Episode 2, we totally started the 80s crack epidemic. No one did 3. Oh, episode 3, every single bit of bullshit that went down in South America. Yeah, that was us. Episode 4, Charles Manson and Ted Kaczynski. Yeah, that was us too. That's why I was like, Osama, we created him.
He said he unfortunately was taken on Twitter already, but he's there.
Oh. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everyone, for this last minute little stream. We're here. Might as well stream for a minute.
Yeah, we've been on for what? 2 hours off stream. We've literally been going through making email addresses, making link trees, one step at a time. It's actually been kind of fun.
What'd you say, Hex?
It's been that goddamn long. Holy shit.
Yeah, sorry. We don't have to stay long on here. But
No, you're good. I just didn't realize we were on that long. We were doing this for that long.
That's
That's
really
how long work
takes.
Work takes work, man.
This is really cutting into my last 7 episodes of Sopranos in this year's rewatch. So
Oh, you only
I
got
literally,
7 more?
I only got 7 more, and I'm done with this rewatch. It took me about a week and a half. If it wasn't for goddamn Adam and Alice having to get remarried, I'd have been done by now.
What up, Travis, in the chat? We're bringing it up to Wisconsin. We're bringing the whole Sopranos up to Wisconsin because it's like only DVD up there, basically. So I think I'm going to get my dad to like it. My mom won't like it, though.
Our parents both loved it. They rewatch it from time to time now. We got them on that.
I know my dad will. It's just a little too violent, I think, for my mother. That's all.
There's only like 3 to 5 shows that I can rewatch over and over again. Sopranos, The Wire, Rescue Me, Game of Thrones. Yes, I can watch all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. I didn't like the last season, but I can rewatch it. But like other than that, it's usually one and done.
Did you see Alice's comment there?
Sorry, I messed up your Soprano watching. I forgive you. It was worth it.
Do you know what one I can watch all the time? And I used to hate it as well, and then people hate it, but they don't watch it, so they don't understand it. Is Sex in the City? It's so dumb, but it's so entertaining.
The only reason I've ever watched Sex in the City is because I've dated women and wanted to have sex, sometimes in a city. And that show really facilitated that as long as I watched it with them.
I was just silly. Like the character, I love Samantha. Like I'm like, I want to be Samantha for the rest of my life, you know. So.
I'll be right back. Some water.
Cece, it's funny you bring that up. The 2 shows that really make me miss payphones are Soprano and The Wire. And whenever I watch Soprano, I find that I eat a lot of Italian cured meats.
The Wire or Sopranos?
Sopranos. The Italian cured meats, yeah.
The manicotti. She's always making the manicotti, you know? Like.
What, no fucking ziti?
Oh, I love it.
But I literally, my plan yesterday when I left work, I went to the local butcher. I got half a pound of capicola, half a pound of salami. And I literally sit there and watch Tony Soprano and eat lunch meat straight out of the package like he does.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And are you Italian at all?
Not even a little bit. When I watch Rescue Me, I have the utmost desire to chain smoke whenever I watch Rescue Me with Dennis Leary. Shows do that to me. They get me in like a mindset where I'm like, I need to do some horrible thing for my health.
Yeah. I need to pick up smoking. That was going to be, remember that video I told you I was going to do in black and white? I'm going to smoke a cigarette and be like,
oh, like you like in an LBD, like a cocktail dress, black and white, smoking cigarettes? I'd film that. Or no dress. I'd prefer to film that.
Well, yeah. I got all sorts of dresses, so. But it'd just be a funny little video, even if I film it myself, but maybe if someone could help me edit it or something, but it'd be silly. Because there's this video on YouTube where it was like a cat and someone always filmed it in black and white and then put like French over it. It was like depressed, you know? It's just so funny.
I didn't even get a response from you on my French joke. That really bugged me.
Oh.
When you were like, gracias, and I was like, I don't speak French.
It was funny. It's
kind of a bitch move, but I'm over it.
I don't always respond. I apologize.
It's okay. Fire and forget.
You love me still. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your second beer, Paul?
Third.
Oh, okay, good. This is my.
I'm not getting too crazy tonight.
No, me either. We don't. That's what I said. We don't have to stay on long because I will keep drinking if we stay on. That's not good. Can relate. Oh, Alice, sorry you messed up your Soprano watching. What's I don't know what my favorite episode is. It's so good though. And I didn't watch it till after it was all done. And then I binged it.
So my favorite for the longest time was obviously Pine Barrens. It's an episode that like hits for a lot of people. It's entertaining, it's funny. But this rewatch, I don't know why, Test Dream, I'm pretty sure it was Test Dream, really hit me differently. It's the one where he gets not food poisoning. Is it food poisoning? It's the one where he's like dreaming the whole time. Is it when he gets shot? It's the one where he gets shot by Uncle June, and he's dreaming. I think so. I don't know. It's the one where it's like they're in the restaunt with Annette Bening and the cop that died, and they're playing Finn's parents. Like that whole episode, I was just like, wow, this is a lot better than I remember it. When they're at the dinner table and they're sitting there talking to him like they're friend parents, and then he looks over Carm's shoulder and he looks at her and he goes, "Hey, you're Annette Benning, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, yeah, I am." He's like, "I fucking thought so." And then he just goes back to eating. Like, it's weird.
That's good. It is such a good show, man. It's just a show like what the mafia would look like in a suburban New Jersey, just like normal. It was normal life at that time,
Mhm.
you know.
Breaking news: my son isn't behaving. In a related story, water is wet.
Remember when you fell on that chair? We could talk about that. We talked about it last night, dude. That's just so perfect. The fact that someone set you up, basically, too. Like,
I am thankful that like I was part of two of the four big stories that came out, being covered in Alice's mom and the falling much right to the ground on the broken chair. I told you the chair was broke before I even
oh
sat
yeah,
in it.
no, that was confirmed. Like everyone
Yeah.
knew it was already broke.
When I got up and I saw the piece of the leg behind the fucking bags by the cabinet, I'm like, motherfucker.
We're just talking about how Doug freaking tried to lean on that car and ate shit.
Oh,
Damn
it was so
hard.
great because I woke up at like we were there getting the tent broke down at 5:30, and I woke up and took a shower. So it was probably like 4:30 when I woke up. And to Doug's credit, he got up right away and he's like, "Oh man, I'm hurting." And then he like holds up his arm. He's like, "My arm's bleeding and I don't know why." I'm like, I know exactly why."
He went down. He went down hard, man.
Poor Doug.
He was probably the drunkest, I think.
Yeah, probably.
But that night for sure.
But he got up early so that's good. Y'all were able to get on the road early and stuff. So
the whole Uber ride home, and like 30 minutes after we got to the hotel, I really wanted to eat her ass. I just really wanted to eat her ass. If we would have stayed, I could have ate her ass. Why didn't we stay? I'm like, Doug, I didn't force you to come. You could have stayed and ate all the ass you wanted.
Well, maybe not, bodily autonomy and all that, but yeah, maybe
Tony's
he
mom
could.
dies. That is a good episode. Adam was
I love Edie Falco. Did you ever watch Nurse Jackie?
Nurse Jackie is phenomenal.
Oh,
yeah,
I can watch that. Oh, that one's another one I can watch over and over. I love Nurse Jackie.
Edie Falco, another very attractive woman naked.
She is, yeah. She is. Oh man, I love Nurse Jackie.
Nurse Jackie's a really good show.
It's so good. It's so funny and so real. And then it ends sad, but it's just like I love that. I love that one.
Yeah, I think once this rewatch of Sopranos is over, I think I'm going into a rewatch of Game of Thrones just because I've been watching House of Dragon. Which, by the way, if you guys are on the fence about whether or not to watch House of Dragon, it's fucking phenomenal.
That's what
episode. Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it. I'm on the whole. I'm not watching woke bullshit
It's a prequel.
Anymore.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel. So, by the way, I'm a huge George R. R. Martin book nerd. So, like, I've read all.
Did you read it all before the shows even came out?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't get it. I didn't get into George R. R. Martin until season 5 of the show. I never watched any of the show, and then after season 5 aired is when I got out of the Navy and moved to South Carolina, and everybody at work was talking about it. It was a water cooler conversation show. And and I was always like, no, I'm not going to watch that shit. Who cares about dragons and wizards and shit? That's so for losers. And they were like, my boss was like, Paul, and he's like 15 years older than me. He's like, Paul, you're an idiot. Here's seasons 1 through 4 on DVD. He brought it into work. He goes, watch the first season. You'll have the rest of the seasons to watch. I don't have season 5. I binged all 4 fucking seasons, went to Walmart that night, bought the 5th season, bought all the books, read all the fucking books. And so I know exactly what happens in this show. Like, I know exactly how this is all going to play out and how it's going to end. The prequel.
Is there there's books for this House of Dragons or whatever?
Yeah. So the way it works is HBO has the contract for. So A Song of Ice and Fire covers the show Game of Thrones that we already saw. However, in those books, they tell stories of the past of this universe. And the way the contract with HBO works out is any story that's mentioned in the books, A Song of Ice and Fire, HBO owns the TV rights to. So they can pretty much cover the whole fucking history of George R. R. Martin's books and create shows for him.
And didn't he like not write the finished one, or like he was
He hasn't
writing
finished
it as
A
it was
Song of Ice.
going?
Yeah, A Song and Fire. A Song, Ice and Fire still isn't written. The last book came out in April of 2011, and there's still one more book to come out. And one of the reasons he's been busy doing other shit instead of writing the goddamn book, and one of the things he's been doing was working on this show for the last couple of years, because he's a producer on this prequel.
Well, he wants it in his vision too, to some extent, I'm sure. So I get it.
Travis says. Travis says She-Hulk and Lord of the Rings suck. So Travis, if you ever watch our podcast on Sunday nights, my brother is in charge of watching She-Hulk. We try to do an update of entertainment every week, and I was like, I'm not doing it. We talked about She-Hulk, Lord of the Rings, and Game of Thrones. I'm like, I'm not watching any of them. I don't fucking care. Doug's like, I'll watch She-Hulk, and then finally, I had enough people tell me that House of Dragon was good and not woke, so I decided to watch it. It's fantastic. And episode 5, the latest one, is probably the best episode yet. But I still haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I refuse to watch it. Refuse to watch She-Hulk. I'm tired of giving these assholes my money to give me garbage and tell me that I'm the worst person in the world because I'm a white male.
Well, you are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I identify
Right,
as
me
black.
and Hex
but nobody
have you
cares.
out. Me and Hex are like, protect. Well, I'm not as much a protected class, but if I had a trans kid, then I would be a protected class as a white woman. But
I'm a protected class, like legally under federal law. I'm a protected class.
that's all right.
I'm a disabled combat veteran.
I don't got nothing.
I get the same special privileges as people of color and minorities.
Unless you didn't vote for Biden, though, because then you're not black.
Yeah, but I'm still saying in law, I'm still covered under Title IX.
We're not protected from Twitter's bullshit, though.
And you know what? I get free healthcare for life, so fuck all you.
That's true.
There you go.
And if you have a kid, like they can go to college for free and shit, right?
No, mine can't.
Oh. All right, never mind. Oh, if you had died, if you had died,
if I had died, they could. If I got a Medal of Honor, they could have. But neither of those things happened, as you all know.
Oh,
and you watch Terminalist? I've heard good things about it.
Mr. Forrest Mommy did, and he liked it. I didn't.
I've been watching it, but I had it on in the background like 2 days ago, so I got to rewatch like several episodes because I wasn't paying attention. But I do like it.
We do in that. When did that happen? When did what happen? Does he notice? Anybody know what he's talking about?
We do. When did that happen?
You're special, maybe disabled veteran or something.
Oh yeah, if you're Travis, if you're a disabled combat veteran, you're protected under Title IX, man. And if you're not getting VA benefits, for fucking God's sakes, go apply. That's everybody's dumbest. Like I didn't apply for 4 years until 4 years after I got out, which was the dumbest decision I ever made. I should have done it right away.
Yeah, I get it.
Also,
you're a person of color.
Yeah, those are white people that have been getting stepped on for a long time. We may have free health care. Wait and see what. Yeah, good point. Oh, you're a Marine, Travis. That's right. I forgot.
Quick side note: I kind of hate. I hate the term "person of color." People of color.
I think that's more offensive than saying black or brown or.
It really is.
I used the term mulatto for the longest time, and finally, a mulatto girl came up to me and she goes, "Hey, Paul, that's like a very offensive term, right?" And I'm like, "What?" She was treating me like I'm a grandpa. Like, "Hey, we know it's your generation. It was that time, that place, but mulatto's offensive." I'm like, "No, it's not." But apparently it was. Constitutional Capital. Unfortunately, both She-Hulk and Lord of the Rings get played at my house. As bad as both, She-Hulk is by far terrible than more terrible than Lord of the Rings. Tolerable. How much?
I don't know if I could watch it.
Hey, Alice followed me. Thank you, Alice. If you're still in chat.
Oh, she called you?
No, she followed me.
Followed.
Oh.
She followed the podcast on Twitter.
Yes, the podcast, not you.
Yeah, she followed the podcast.
Yeah.
I misspoke. I'm drunk. Don't blame me.
I'm so drunk. I want to get one more beer, but I don't know if that's totally terrible of me. I'm trying to be. You're trying to run a business here, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, Twitter, quit fucking up our business.
That's what I said. The last thing I said, the last appeal I said, I'm like, I'm a bisexual woman, and you guys took away my income stream. Fuck you. I didn't say fuck you, but
you should have said bisexual trans woman.
I should have. I
Like, it's
look
more
like
pepper.
some people have asked. Some people think I'm a male.
I know, and
so-
I don't understand it. When you told me that, I was like, should I question my sexuality?
I've even had a trans person ask me if I was trans before. I was like, all right.
Then that one fuckhead said you were a man.
Yeah. He was that
Really?
weirdo, though. He was one of those cute people.
But me and Paul can now both confirm that you are not a man.
Well, none of you saw my parts. You don't know for sure.
I mean, I've seen photographic evidence. Does that count?
Yeah.
Kind of. You haven't seen like full front on, right? Have you? Maybe
Okay.
you have.
Okay. If you go in Libertitties right now, there's a
Yeah,
picture
that's
of you
true.
in
Oh,
lingerie.
yeah. That one outfit for sure.
Did you
Yeah.
blur box the vajay? Is there a
A
tiny
little bit.
blur?
Yeah,
I was gonna say
I did.
it's like the tiniest little blur box. Not that I've zoomed in or anything. I'm just saying.
I did. But you can tell, obviously, there's not anything
So, for those who don't know, Forrest Mommy's vagina looks like somebody who gets arrested on cops.
there.
Oh my god.
Or it looks like Asian porn from Japan.
Yep.
Do they digitalize that all out?
They digitalize penis and
Pixelated,
vagina.
blur it all out.
Yeah. Any penetration of any orifice gets pixelated. They still videotape the whole goddamn act.
Even on
but-
like porn that's actually known as porn?
Yeah. Here, you want me to pull it up? I think it's YouTube safe. It's pixelated.
It's fucking
They-
bizarre.
They have all sorts of weird shit over there.
They really do.
That's where all the Japanese. That's where where's manga come from? Is that
Manga.
Japanese?
Yeah.
No worries,
Manga.
man. Thank you, Secret Asian man.
From one vet full service.
I don't watch that. So
Dirty
Yeah,
turkey
dirty
Paul.
come on. I'm not the only
We're
guy here.
appropriate dirty turkeys, though. It's good to be a dirty turkey, but like, you know a time and a place. That's what it's all about.
Now is she in a
shame.
handcuff? I'm not into
Ooh.
BDSM.
Me either. Me either at all.
Like, call me old fashioned. I like having sex in a bed. I mean, I don't care if it's like a pond
And
bed. or
there
a
can
truck
be some
bed.
dynamics there, but I don't. The
Yeah.
whole BDS thing is so clinical and so like fake to me, or not fake, but just weird, in my opinion.
Weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm too risque when it comes to the sex stuff. Like, I like penetration. Is that weird? Like, I don't want anybody to be humiliated. I dated a girl one time. Well, dated is a loose term. I slept with a girl a couple times who was like into punching and choking and shit. Like, not like playful, fun, like hair pulling and choking. Like, full on choke me to the point where I can't breathe. Punch in face. I used to walk into fucking work with bruises on my face all the fucking time. And like, 'cause I would never hit a woman. And she always wanted me to. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. And she would straight up fucking balls out punch me. I'd walk into work, like black eyes, split lips and shit. And everybody's like, are you in a fight club? And I'm like, kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
And like
I know.
one of my good friends at the time. Now this is military, so that for those who were in the military, you all understand this caveat. One of my best friends in the military, like he knew everything that was going on, like because we weren't dating, we were just sleeping together. And he's like, she's into that shit. I'm like, yeah, man, it's not for me. I don't like it. And I was like, I think I'm gonna break it off with her. So like after a week and a half, I had to break it off because I was just getting beat the fuck up too much. And he's like, so my buddy's like, you're calling it off, huh? I'm like, yeah, I can't take it anymore. He's like, I get it, man. That sounds weird. I don't think I could ever be into that. 2 days later, he walks in with a black eye. If you don't think I figured out what was going on really quick, I got a bloody nose, by the way, just sitting here.
Right now?
Yeah, it's that time of season. Once the weather starts changing, it gets cold.
Yeah. My nose is always jacked up, so whatever. But they put a hoe in the arm bar. Yeah, I'm not into people have asked me, they want me to, because I have that domish energy, but then they ask me to actually do things, and I'm like, no, I can't fucking do that. Like, I can't fake it. I can't, like, I don't know. I'm just different about it. I've tried, and I was like, no, I can't do this shit. I'm sorry. But that's just me. And I got asked a lot. Yeah, maybe people on Twitter want me to beat the shit out of them. I'm like, oh.
That shit is weird, dude.
I get it, but then I'm also like, there are girls cleaning up at it, and I'm just like, I can't I'm just not minded in that. I'm very sexual and open and shit, but I'm like, I'm not minded in that sense, I guess. So
Right.
nice to finally see Hex without a shirt again. Nice.
We're going with a nose plug for the next 5 minutes, so this is gonna look awesome on camera.
There's like a really bleed. Was it bleeding a lot?
Oh yeah, it's like gush. When I get nosebleeds, they gush. What it is when the air changes. This happens all the time in the fall, and it happens all the time in the spring, when you have those big shifts. Especially since I got the heater on. Yeah, I got the heater on in here, and that hot, dry air. I broke my nose 9 times in my life.
Damn. From that girl punching you?
I'm sure once or twice. No, the big ones. Military, I broke it 5 times. 5 weird occasions. When I was in college, I broke it in a bar fight. When I was stationed in England, I got into a really bad bar fight, and I broke it then. And every single time, like when you're in a fight and the adrenaline's going, and it's in that kind of a situation, like you don't even care. You know what I mean? Like you don't even feel it. But 2 days later, when you're sitting in the doctor's office and they have to reset your nose, and to reset your nose, they got to re-break it back into place.
Yeah, they like got to punch it, right?
That's the worst part of breaking your nose is getting it fucking reset a couple days later in the hospital office. Because you're sitting there and they put these 2 fucking chopsticks in your nose, and the doctor just looks at you and he's like, "All right, you ready?" And it's like, "Fuck no, I'm not ready. Just do it." And he's like, and you just like you go through it and you have no adrenaline flowing like you do in a fight. So you're dealing with it. It's raw. Hey. Yeah, my nose is bleeding, but I'm okay.
Aw, they came to check on you.
Yeah, he wants to lick my nose right now. Anytime they see blood, it's like they're vampires. They're like, "Let me lick it."
Are we gonna keep going? I'm gonna get one more beer if we're gonna keep going. How do you guys feel?
You're kind of tired, to be
I'm
honest.
good with whatever, man.
Are you tired, Hex?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, we can end it. I'll go right back to Sopranos.
All right. I mean, I could easily keep going.
If y'all two want to keep going, that's fine.
I'll go. I'm not being the one who's saying we're breaking up this party.
Let me go get one more beer. One more beer's worth. We'll do one more beer.
Well,
at least,
yeah.
Hex,
do
you don't have to stay,
Hex.
Hex. You don't want to. Are you gonna leave, Hex?
Yeah, probably.
All right. I love you.
I love you too, Mama.
I'm gonna go.
Heart. If you care about Hex, you should follow my podcast Twitter account, Hex_GS. It's my account, but if you love Hex, you should probably follow that account because it's mine, not his. But if you love me, you follow that one. Links are in the description for it.
Yep.
He's currently on timeout for like the next 10 hours, but hopefully,
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be on timeout after that 10 hours.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Catch up on some chats. Damn, we had a lot. I didn't even notice. I may have put a hoe in an arm bar. Shit happens. Shit happens. Constitutional says, sweaty is what it is. Nice to finally see Hex without a shirt again. Yeah. Oh, I think we already read these. I don't know. It's been pretty cool in the C-bus today. I wore jeans to work today. Oh, that's how you know it's getting cold. So, Adam, what do you do in the wintertime? Like, do you still do excavation work or landscaping work or whatever we're calling it? Or do you plow roads? Like, what do you do?
Are there a lot of like bars where you live, Paul, or
me?
no?
Yeah, the demographics of each small town in Wisconsin and Michigan are pretty much the same. You got a Protestant church, a Catholic church, and about 3 to 5 bars.
Do you go out to them often or not really?
I don't. I live 30 miles out of nowhere. The closest bar to me is about 5.5 miles, and it's a woods bar. Like, if I wanted to go to it every night and get tanked and drive home, like I would never have a problem. But I don't drink and drive. It's just kind of a me policy.
Yeah, I get it. That's a smart thing.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm a drink by the campfire kind of guy. Every now and then, if I want to do some bar hopping, which happens once a year, I'll go and stay with Doug for a night in town. Doug lives in a very small town, but they have 3 bars.
And you can walk. Can you walk to him?
Oh fuck yeah! Doug lives right in the middle of
in the
his
snow
small town.
too. Can you walk to him in the
Yeah,
snow?
and it's on the side of a hill too. So when it's wintertime, it really sucks. But yeah,
Hey, peaceful
Hancock,
penguin.
Hancock, up by where Ashley lives, they built that town on the side of a mountain. Like my apart.
Mountain. Are we gonna say mountain or hill? Because
Okay, well they mine copper out of the mountain. So what do you want to call it? They lit here. Here's
what's
what I'll
the
say.
altitude of it? That's what I.
Oh, I
That's
have
what.
no idea. We don't have high altitudes here like
Oh,
that.
hey TT. Yeah, I know you guys are. Hey, terrible tactical. Hey, Keely. No, I always laugh because I'm like, there are hills and things east. Even there's mountains, the Appalachian
Yeah,
Mountains, but
I
they're
mean we don't get
still
the
not as
Rockies.
high. Yeah, it's not
We
the
don't,
Rockies.
but they're bigger than a rolling hill. It's not like a trash
Yeah.
mound in Virginia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you ever go when you lived in Virginia? Did you ever see the highest point in Virginia? It was a trash mountain. Like they made a big hill out of trash and then put grass
In
over it.
Virginia Beach.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
outside of
I know
Virginia Beach.
exactly
Yeah,
where it is. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's silly. But then you get into the mountains though when you drive, like when you drive through the Appalachians, they're mountainous. It's just not as high altitude to start from is all. Like it does out here. Like I grew up at 7,000 feet above sea level, and I'm not even like it's not even on a mountain technically. So or I laugh because everyone wants to I live in downtown. Oh, Travis lives in downtown Denver, or when he did, he loved and hated it. I don't have a lime in this. I grabbed it. Ah, doggy.
See, I told you. He wants to lick the blood.
Everyone,
weirdo.
oh yeah, they
You're a
smell
weirdo.
that shit. Everyone who does you've heard of the new, since you've been on Liberty Twitter, have you learned about the New Hampshire Free State Project? Have you heard of
I've heard the term before. Like I said, I've never really gotten big into the whole
You should
thing. I know New Hampshire is very libertarian. I know that they want to like
take
secede from the
over?
union. Yeah, they want to secede from the union and be their own state, be their own government.
Yeah, they've like if any state is gonna they're like setting an example of how to like get people to move to your state and be like, look, this is how we vote things does not go worse, or you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's basically what's going on.
And isn't it crazy that they border Vermont? Like
yeah, and
totally different
Boston.
worlds. Yeah.
But the highest point in New Hampshire is Mount Washington, which does get like crazy weather in the winter and stuff, but it's like a lower elevation than I grew up at. So I'm always like, nah, I like the high elevation. I'm sorry.
So since I see everybody chatting, live free or die state, there's I'm a big history buff, and my parents used to buy me like back when DVDs were a thing, they would buy me like History Channel DVDs, and one of them I got was a brief history of the 50 states, and they literally went through the 50 states and gave like a 10-minute history. And when they get to New Hampshire, they really pound on the live free or die, and they're interviewing this old like World War II veteran, and they're talking about how New Hampshire is the only state in the union that doesn't have a helmet law for motorcycles, doesn't have a seatbelt law for cars. Still, there's no click it or ticket program in New Hampshire. And they interviewing this old vet on the History Channel, and he's like, "Yeah, they've tried to have many meetings to make a state law for it, but every time they do, some old timer like me stands up and say, is that really what we want on our sign? Welcome to New Hampshire, live free or die, buckle up, it's our law." And he's like, and immediately the law gets turned down. I always thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, and there's like all the people in the Libertarian Party. They're always bringing the bills to their state legislators and stuff, and they're trying to make everything more
Well,
better.
I knew that. I want to say like 3 years ago. I know I was like following news that New Hampshire was trying to cut down all their federal funding that they were getting into their state to eventually break off and say, hey, we don't want to pay federal income tax anymore. We're not pulling anything out. We're not putting anything in. We want to be on our own. Let's hope my nose is done bleeding. If it's not, you guys will see it on camera.
Sorry, I'm okay with blood.
I
Yeah, it's really interesting what they're doing, and I think I don't know if you follow Subversive and Justin O'Donnell, but like they really are trying to like switch the actual. They're doing what libertarians should be doing and taking over the local politics and tearing shit down, basically, and making things more free and less illegal. So, I don't know. It's cool they're doing it. I'm like, anytime anyone does anything, cool, and if it works, then it'll be an example for other states to follow. Because I feel like Colorado has a chance to do something like that, necessarily like that, but like be like more liberty minded. It really does. So
It really is how young America is, and we really started off with a clean slate of freedom where like basically anything went in our country at the beginning, and in less than 300 years somehow we've almost become completely content with a government taking care of us. Like a vast majority of the people. Like there were people who went to Colorado, who went to San Francisco on nothing but a hope and a prayer of hopefully becoming rich and like created Western towns. And like in less than 300 years, it's like, oh yeah, please, can we force people to get a jab in their arm? Because it's safe for me. It's just crazy.
Social media, I don't even know what it was exactly, but people got fucked up, man.
I think it's people wanting to pretend they're safe, and they think government's making all the right moves, and you never question authority because life's easier when you don't question authority. And as long as everybody's got food and porn to jerk off to, they're gonna be fine. Well, guess what? I think we're heading into times where food's not going to be that accessible, so it's going to be interesting to see.
What did you say was happening in Michigan with the food shortage?
I know nothing of anything that's happening. I just predicting food shortages.
Because they'll create it. I mean, they'll create it regardless, right? Like they'll make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, is this the Klaus Schwab "you'll eat bugs and you'll love it" thing coming? I don't know. Like, not to be grand conspiracy, it's like, what's the end game for the guy? Like, why do they keep making the Biden administration hasn't accidentally made the right move in 2 years. At no point did they ever accidentally make a good decision, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like this is planned for a reason. What are they trying to get to?
There was even like game? I saw a video of that Elon Omar, which I don't know where she's from.
Minnesota.
And she was like talking to these bank people, and she's like, "Well, are you gonna loan to oil companies still?" And they're like, "Yeah." It's like, yeah, government shouldn't be making a say you shouldn't or shouldn't loan to people, right? Like, it's so, and she's part of the WEF and all that shit. So,
well, not only should the government not be telling who you loan to people, government shouldn't be backing loans for anything.
Oh yeah,
like government back, and here's where this is where like I'll probably piss off you veteran community. Like the veteran back home loan, I think it's a great program, but damn, that's a lot of money going out the door if a veteran doesn't pay their bills. Just like I'm not for student debt relief, because I think everybody should pay their own way. If you want to go to school, pay your own way. You shouldn't be able to default, get into debt up to your ears, and then the taxpayer bails you out. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. And that's crazy. There's literally people in our country that don't think that when the government pays for something, it's us, the taxpayer, that are paying for it. I mean, I know Adam's in chat. Me and Adam, like a couple weeks ago, got into a huge argument with like a doctor who was like, the taxpayers don't pay for the student debt relief. And me and Adam are like, what? Like, yeah, no. Congress makes money. And like, we're like, explain that. Use small words for us. What do you mean they don't, like, they make money?
They really think it's just like
by passing laws.
And they think when you just print money or like write money off, that it doesn't have to be paid back somehow, or like it's.
Well, it's not that. Okay, so there's only 3 ways a government has money: collecting taxes from the people your citizens, borrowing it from other countries, or printing money. And really, you're not making money when you're printing money. All you're doing is devaluing the supply of money that's currently in existence. And to make this make sense for people who are like, I don't understand what that means. If we paid for things in cheeseburgers, like everything was paid for in cheeseburgers, like, okay, I get hired at a job and I make 5 cheeseburgers per hour. What inflation means is, yeah, you're still going to make your 5 cheeseburgers per hour, but if you want to fill up your gas tank, which used to cost you, 4 cheeseburgers, it's now going to cost you 8 cheeseburgers. You're still making the same. The money just doesn't equal the same.
And we don't you just force people to pay you more for it. Then that's all you got to do. You just force people to pay you more. The minimum wage.
And then you hire 87,000 IRS agents who have guns to come to your house and make sure they collect your money. But don't worry, we're only going to do it for the 2,000 billionaires that live in our country. That's what the 87,000 IRS agents for, is just the billionaires. God, we're morons.
People are so dumb. They won't even look to, just like how you said so simply, there are only 2,000 billionaires or whatever,
Mhm.
and 80,000 agents. So obviously, like, duh, that's not
Yeah.
what it's about, you know?
They're gonna have 150 people following around Elon Musk every single day. And even if that's true, that should piss you off as a taxpayer that you're paying for hundreds of agents to follow around Elon Musk. To be like, hey, let me see those receipts, buddy.
All the bureaucracies that came out of the last 2 years, especially that came out of all these bills and shit. There was all these bureaucracies, and all this money went towards these government jobs and shit. And it's like, they're like, we added all these jobs. Oh, I saw someone quoted it so good. They're like, a government job is not a job. It's taking from the,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know.
And
How
so to explain jobs reports, because this is something like
which I don't
Biden,
judge you, by the way. FYI.
that's fine. I can explain it though, how these numbers work. So the only thing Biden's clinging on to is his unemployment numbers. Unemployment is so low. The reason unemployment is so low, and take it from me, I won't get into the specifics on how I'm kind of an expert in this field. The reason is because the way the Department of Labor comes to that number for what unemployment is they say how many people who are actively participating in the workforce are employed. So what does that mean? That means people who want a job either have a job or don't have a job. What we saw through the pandemic was two big things. We saw the baby boom generation say, fuck it, I'm not going to work my last 5 to 10 years, and I'm just going to retire now and live off a menial income. And we also seen a lot of women, and for those who get gender triggered, I mean like biological women who stay at home with their children and had children, who said, you know what, I don't want to participate in the workforce anymore, so I'm just going to stay home with the kids. So how the numbers get ranged is, instead of saying, okay, those like 7 million people who are no longer working, who would still normally be working, they're not working anymore. They don't want to work. So we don't count them in the negative aspect of the column. We're only going to count the people who are still actively looking for a job, and then how many people are actually employed to come up with the percentage of where it's at now, which is low considering those as the factors, but not realizing that there's still probably about 12.5 million Americans that left the workforce in the last 2 years, which is absorbently high.
Or they're 1099 like me and self-employed, and they just barely work.
Is 1099 contractor? Is that what you're considered?
Yeah, independent contractor.
Okay. Independent contractor.
I'm not completely independent, but I work for like the smallest brokerage that is possible. So
Now, do you have to do your taxes quarterly?
I don't, because I don't make enough money.
Okay.
But if I did make more money, I
You
would.
have to.
Yeah.
I know because we talk about the YouTube game and trying to get in the entertainment podcast. I know that that's how they have to do it because they are independent contractors. If you make your money off YouTube, Rumble, and all that, you have to do it quarterly.
Yeah. Once
Which
we
is
get there,
hilarious.
that's fine. And that's fine. Like, that's fine. But
it just seems like you're fighting the government every 3 months.
That's what I was telling Mr. Forrestwell. He's like, let's do your taxes so I don't have to. I'm like, they are threatening me, throw me in jail if I don't do this. Doesn't that make you like, hello?
At gunpoint.
Yeah, like literally. And we all are just like, okay, that's just how it goes, Like, and I've been paying taxes since I was like 15, for Christ's sake. So.
Yeah, DOL definitely plays games with the statistics. Yeah, and let me be fair, their statistics are not wrong. Calculation that they use, it's deceiving, is what it is.
Yeah, all stats that are used to make people believe a certain thing or not.
But once the calculation they're using now is not going to tip into their favor, they'll change the calculation on how they do it.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I mean, yeah.
It drives me fucking nuts. Oh, first shot, taxation
is theft.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But
it angers me that we've only had an actual long-standing federal income tax in this country for just over 100 years of our 250 years existence.
The 1913. The 1913.
Yeah. Old Woodrow Wilson. I know there was during the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln enacted an income tax, but it went away. The fact that we as a country just accepted that, oh, this is going to be temporary. There's nothing more temporary. There's nothing more permanent than a temporary government program.
And that was it. Yeah, the 1913 one was supposed to be temporary. Boom.
Yeah, and it was only supposed to apply to the millionaires in America at the time. That's how they sold it. We're only going to tax the millionaires of the country. God, that rhetoric sounds really familiar, doesn't it?
It's
Just
funny how
change
they can
million-
get people to like be on board when it's
Yeah.
hurting someone who's better than you or better off than you, I suppose.
I mean, that's the history of our country. Like Patriot Act, like we willingly gave away our independent freedoms to say, yeah, we'd rather be safe from terrorists, even though we don't know when a terrorist is going to come or strike, as opposed to saying, hey, let's make the intelligence community do their job. And I was in the intelligence community, so I feel I can levy that criticism.
Yeah, it's messed up what they can get. I mean, it's not messed up. It's amazing what they can get people to believe and do. You know? Did you just yawn? We can end it if you need to end
No,
it.
I puffed out smoke.
Oh, okay.
I told
Like
you.
a
I
vape?
I figured us doing all this work was going to take way longer than it did, and you know there was a few hiccups, but I figured we weren't even going to go live tonight. So
Might as well, right?
I told you the only thing this is interrupting is my Soprano watch time, and I've only got 7 episodes left, so I'm kind of not wanting to watch it because you get that sad feeling when it's over. Like, now what do I do?
Yeah, and that you don't hear the song all the time.
Mhm.
Like
Get yourself a gun. I love that song.
that's a good one.
I think that makes it that's truly it's so funny that coincides with a great show. A great show has a opening theme song that you don't mind skipping. Like you don't want to skip.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's how
Mhm.
I feel about Nurse Jackie. And oh, did you ever watch Nip Tuck?
That was early 2000s FX. I never got into that. I was too busy on FX that time watching The Shield.
That one, I randomly binged some of it, and I was like, "Oh, this shit was good," and it has a good intro song too. So
Yeah. Like girl dramas that I've gotten into, like I still will rewatch the True Blood, the vampire one. I'm man enough to admit it. That
Yeah,
was
I
one
never
that caught
watched
my
it.
attention where I got
Was
into
it
it.
good?
I enjoyed it. I didn't like Vampire Diaries or any of the other Twilight movies and that bullshit, but I definitely enjoyed True Blood.
True
But
Blood had the guy from Law and Order in it, didn't it? Like it had a lot of actors in
it had
it.
a
I think.
lot of actors. It had
Yeah.
like all your HBO supporting actors who are in every HBO show. Alexander Skarsgård, who's the big one. God, I love
And
that man. I'd go gay for him in a heartbeat.
who's that? And that one girl who was on
I love you,
uh,
Sookie.
what was her name?
Anna Paquin.
Yeah,
She was
what was the
she was
show
the
she
main
used to
character.
be on? What was the show she used to be
True
on?
Blood's her biggest one.
It was
That's where
on.
she
It was
showed the most
before
titties.
that, where it was like her mom was divorced. I don't know. It was a cute show. Oh yeah, Dexter is good.
Oh, you're drinking Busch Light? Yes, I am, Constitution Carpenter. And I'm not drinking it out of a mason jar, so you can't tell me it's green first. But yeah, I drink Busch Light because I can get 30 of them for $15.
We're efficient. That's how you save money. See, you can make a lot of money, but it doesn't matter how much you make. It's how you spend it. You gotta
Yeah,
be smart about how you spend it.
for sure. And I like doing stupid stuff like, meeting people online and 2 months later going to their wedding in Cleveland. And that's what I like spending my money on.
Hell yeah, me too.
Beer,
Like I go to like libertarian conferences and shit. Like,
yeah, I can get you. Beer's never been a big thing. My favorite beer is yellow. Like that's all that matters to me. It gets you drunk and you can swallow the first couple until you lose your taste buds and then you're good. You don't even have to
Yeah.
worry about what it tastes like after that.
That's how I feel about it. That's why I drink the fucking Coronas, because it's like, whatever. Adam and Alice had a bunch of Coronas left over because I didn't even. That guy showed up with a bunch. Oh, I guess it was after you guys left.
No, that was right when we were leaving. He showed up.
Okay.
So I bought 3 24 packs of Bud Light and however many Coronas you had, and I also got a 6er of Coors, and we went through that.
That
pretty
first
goddamn
night
quickly.
and second night, or
Yeah.
yeah, I drank a lot of Coronas on the first night for
First
sure.
night, yeah, I got liquored up the biggest on the first night, but the second night, I took it pretty easy. I only had like 10 or 12. Travis says in P-Town, Colorado, it's still $20.
Pueblo.
Pueblo, P-Town, is that P-Town? I like beer. I'm on bourbon again tonight though. That's right, you cracked that bottle up.
It's his birthday.
Birthday weekend.
Sunday.
43, I believe.
I should flex for him.
Yeah, let's get a flex for first. Can we do that?
Yeah, I'm
It's
not at
about
my
time.
best right now, but
We'll take it. We're not choosers. Oh yeah,
We'll get
that's worth
both.
it. That was worth the price of admission.
That's like the wings, you know. I got
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
I realized why I ate so much because my period was starting. So
I
that's
was,
funny.
I would, you like, all joking. I'm sitting there looking around. Like my brother, you, and Hex are the skinniest people, and you guys housed way more food than I did. I drank more on the first night, I think. Like I was just concentrated on drinking, but you guys housed the food down. You especially. It's like, damn girl, where the fuck are you putting it?
Sometimes I'm just fucking hungry, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Totally.
lie.
That's
It
how my
only made me
body
attracted
works.
stronger.
I'll go like days where I barely eat anything, and then other days I'm like, God, I gotta eat. Like when I was there after that burger, especially, I was like, oh God, I'm so hungry. So
First
it's
says
all
nip
good.
slips are cool too. You know
Yeah,
you like the flexing first. That's why we do it.
it was
Hashtag
for
flex for
him.
first.
It was for him specifically. What did Adam say? Oh, happy birthday. Yeah. Well, more than 2 weeks. Alice is on the 11th. So
Mm.
it's a
So
little
what do you
more.
got planned for this weekend?
Me?
I mean, obviously tonight. I knew what you had planned, but what do you got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll just obviously be hungover tomorrow morning now. Listen to your show tomorrow night.
Hell yeah!
Everyone go follow Sibling Revelry. Um,
Links in the description below.
and then Sunday, the Sunday show, but that's about it.
Yeah, I tomorrow I gotta wake up. Me and Doug gotta do show notes early in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna have to do any yard work. That's the beautiful part about this time of year, is yard work, mowing, tending to the fields, and that shit. That's pretty much out the window. Uh, and then we got the show tomorrow night, and then Sunday you got golden showers. But I've got Sundays when, so Adam and Alice know, that's when I'm dedicating time to editing the wedding video, which is going to be a lot shorter than I wanted it to be because of this. I'm not mad at the dude because it was the right move, but I wish I wasn't stupid and paying attention more to the dance floor stuff, to where I was like, oh shit, that's out of focus. I should focus it, because all the dance floor footage is all out of focus.
Well, the
And
actual
choreographed it.
ceremony was very short anyway, so you
Yeah,
know.
the ceremony was short. I got a couple good interviews. I got one with Adam's friend and one with Adam's cousin. Which, by the way, Adam, tell your cousin I said hello. And I think Adam's cousin's actually going to come on.
Stephanie, that one.
No. Adam, say her name so I don't feel bad. Nancy, Nelly. I
Michelle.
think I'm Michelle. No, I want to say it starts with an N. Adam can
What does
correct
she
me.
look like?
Skinny. She was the mother of all the girl that was watching Grayson the majority of the time. That was her daughter. The one who had the little baby, that was her daughter. She was sitting in the back table with Adam's mom, Melissa.
Melissa. Okay.
We were in the area. We were in the ballpark ish. She might come on the show sometime. She followed on Rumble.
Yeah, no, she was when she was like, "Are you the one who like does it with Alice?" She's like, she
Yeah.
loves you. Yeah, she was sweet about it.
She was like, you got a show? Is it conservatively? I'm like, yeah, liberty, conservative minded. Like, cause I'm not a libertarian. I'm not a conservative either. I'm politically homeless. And she's like, I'll come on your show and I'll wear a bikini. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that'll get views.
Hell
So I'm
yeah.
totally opposed. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love her.
First, she seemed nice.
She was nice. She was in a dress and then she changed. Yeah, and she was sweet.
I like how first he's
Everybody
acting
was
like he
so
was there.
sweet.
First, stop acting like you were there because you weren't fucking there. And I want you to know we talked about you a lot, talking about how we wished you were there.
He wasn't there though.
She's dumber than shit. That's the way I like him, Adam. And look at that.
She's
If
nice
I did that,
though. At
and
least
Adam,
she's nice.
if you hook me up with your cousin, we could be family. I'm just saying.
Love it.
And you couldn't mistake her daughters. All her daughters look just like her.
Yeah, they did.
You guys are talking about two different people.
Oh, are we talking about two different people?
I don't know. Who's the one sitting with your mom, Adam? She calls you Fat Adam. She said that was the family nickname for Adam, was Fat Boy Adam. And I told her we call him Thick Boy Adam. So that was kind of funny.
That is funny.
And you're not fat, Adam. You're
He's
thick
not
and
at
muscular
all.
and toned. And you glisten when the sweat rolls off you. It gets Alice all hot and bothered. And I understand it.
Melissa had jeans on the whole time. Okay, Adams. Oh, Melissa was a really skinny one, right? She was really skinny. With a white shirt on, like kind of a white blouse kind of shirt on.
I don't know. She brought her female friend. They went canoeing in the morning.
There's
Melissa sounds right. I think it's Melissa.
Yeah, I think I know. I know who you're talking about.
I mean, I could bring up a video. Like, you guys want me to bring up some wedding video?
Do it.
Yeah. Luckily, I have everything right here.
Yeah, and then Marcy. Yeah, I know who Marcy is. Here, you pull it up. Give me 2 seconds. I have to pee because I drank that last beer, guys. Sorry, I'll be right back. He's a producer, so he can make it work.
Is her wife? That female friend. First, you weren't there. Shut the fuck up first. I know that because I'm pretty sure on camera they told me everybody thinks we're lesbians and we're not. And I was like, all right, it's cool if you are. I don't judge. Honestly, probably kind of prefer it that way. All right, let's pull up some of these wedding videos, and you can see how the sound is. Alice is a little quiet during it, but Adam, you can hear crystal clear. His loud ass. Hi there. PMD playlist. That's not right. Stream. That's right. There we go. All right, let's share this up. Share screen. That screen with audio. Share.
Hey, Craig.
Hang on. Got it on the wrong screen. Oh, shoot. If I play this, we're going to get copyright strike. Okay, I can't play the intros. I don't want to get Force Mommy copyright striked. Because... Alright, so this is the bar area, and the dance floor is off to the right. Here's Force Mommy, Allison, my broski, Doug. You guys can't hear? Hold on. Can you hear Force Mommy?
Or in the fire. I can hear it.
Let me know if you don't.
You want to see
people are going to eat something.
You think so? Do you want me to save this?
Yeah, maybe throw it in like the. You throw it in my room on the bed.
I don't know where.
Videoing this?
Yeah, I'm just rolling now. I got it set up. Like if you like nowadays, like if the beginning of the frame is right here.
What are all these windows popping up?
Porn, probably.
It's not porn. It's telling me the weather. Look at
Ooh,
Alice.
look at hot Alice look.
Fucking
Alice looks so hot. Damn.
Oh, if you guys want to see here real quick, let's get a good shot. See these stains? That's Alice's mom.
Chicken soup
Alice looked good.
Okay.
Oh,
The girl I'm talking about, it was her mom. This is
Right.
one of her daughters. So who's the mother to this girl right here? Adam or Alice? All right, you can hear first. Good. It's good. All right, cool. Seems like it's really loud. I turned it down. Hopefully you guys can still
it
hear.
sounded good towards it sounded good.
And all her kids look like her.
Yeah.
All right.
Are they gonna answer? Alice or Adam?
I don't know. I got a video.
Did her mom kind of look like her?
Who?
Still going.
This is her.
That's
Nailed
Melissa?
it. That's her. Is that Melissa? Is this Melissa? That's Adam's mom, by the way, everyone. This lady is Adam's mom.
Gone all the time, and
That
I
beautiful woman.
commend her immensely, and I'm so grateful for her for coming
That's
in
Adam's sister, by the way.
It's making it beautiful.
No, this is Adam. I think it's Adam's cousin.
Oh, okay.
She was hilarious.
Fuck you for
Yes. Okay, that's Melissa.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking
So
about.
she's a mom. She's a mom.
Yeah, she's
to-
the mom, right? Right?
Damn.
All the other ones, yeah.
This
So-
skinny little thing.
Alice says that's Melissa. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. She said she would come on the show, and she said she would come on the show in a bikini. And I'm pretty sure she
yeah.
wanted to do some Girls Gone Wild shit when I had the camera.
Yeah, that's like when women don't get to like do that shit often, then they're like the minute they can, they're like, oh my god. What's there? You know what I mean?
Adam says she has 5 kids. I'm willing to make it 6.
5 kids. Damn.
Hell, I'm willing to go to 8. To be honest with you.
Adam's mom is pissed in the video.
Adam's mom. Okay, let me tell you my favorite Adam's mom story from the night. Adam's mom rolls up, and she sits right next to me and Doug before everybody else gets there. She throws her purse on the table, and she's like, "If I got to do this, we're doing it right." And she pulls out Crown Royal Apple and just starts fucking housing Crown Royal Apple. I was like, I get it. I get it.
Oh, Melissa's ex-stripper.
First, back in the day, you had like 9 to 12 kids just to tend to the farm.
You should have saw her first. You couldn't tell she had 5 fucking kids.
Yeah, you could not tell. She was an attractive lady. I'm not going to lie. Adam, I'm not saying anything disparaging. I'm not saying anything dirty, turkey. I'm just saying, if she would have offered, I probably would have accepted.
Cece, yeah, I mean, I tried it for a little bit, but only when I didn't need to do it. But I had to try it. Then I'm going to do it again when I turn 40 for the fun of it.
Cece, what woman isn't an ex-stripper at this point?
You're yeah, I guess right? All the OnlyFans and shit nowadays.
Did you strip? Do I remember that right? I don't want to like put you on.
Yeah, when I turned 30, I did it probably like 12 shifts when I turned 30, just kind of for fun. Because I wanted to try it. So
how'd you like it?
I didn't like the club I was at, so I would definitely go to a different club. But
I'm just saying, if me and First were there, you'd have made money.
I mean, I was on Wednesday afternoon, so all these like white business dudes would come in, and that was good. But like, I'd rather do like a nighttime downtown one would be fun. But we'll see how I look in 2 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand why the sex industry is looked down upon. Like, I get it; it's the Anglo-Christian upbringing, but the sex industry has been around since the forming of our country. We've just kept it in secret. Which I'm okay with that. We've always hid it from kids. But
yeah,
like,
secret is fine about it. And like half of my like regulars, they just wanted to talk to me and like be around a pretty girl. You know what I mean? Like that's all it's about. And if you can like look at it that way, you get it. You know? I don't know.
Wednesday afternoons are always.
There's I had a ton of oil and gas clients, so they make a lot of money out here. So
that is Wednesday afternoons are when you get the best price on the wing buffet. So I understand that.
But if I ever worked there at night, I think at nighttime at that club, if you weren't a fat Mexican girl, you didn't make shit. Like it was like there was a crowd that loved the fat Mexican girls at nighttime. It was the most interesting thing, you know.
So Adam, I don't know who Missy is, but if you call Melissa often, you know. Next time we talk to her, tell her I said hi. So what's up?
Ex-stripper. I think there's a lot of people doing OnlyFans who actually couldn't strip. And that was the thing about stripping. You do have to like hustle. You have to hustle and push a little bit. And
I don't get OnlyFans. Like, don't get me wrong. I get it in principle. I get it in theory. I get that there's enough demographic to where guys will do that.
It's too much work to me.
I don't call me old-fashioned. I like the skin-on-skin contact of stripping. Like, I don't go to strip clubs a lot.
You have to be constantly making new content all the fucking time. And I'm like, some days you don't feel sexy. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I couldn't do the OnlyFans shit. No thanks. Everyone always asks me, and I'm like, no. But if you want to pay me for you want to Venmo me some money, that's fine. I'll give you a picture.
Some hot sparkler action. That's good.
Yeah, like that's fine. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Like, and that's the thing. I think if you did get on OnlyFans, I think you'd have 4 to 5 months, and this isn't a demeaning thing to you. I think you'd have 4 to 5 months where you'd make a fucking killing, but I think it would go right off after that.
Yeah.
And I think that's for everybody, not just you. I think it's a good run for anybody.
Because it's new and exciting. Like anybody who's looking for something sexual, you're looking for new and exciting, and yeah. No, I get it.
The one thing I love about you is the barrier to see you nude is actually not that hard. You just, got to go to a few alt-tech platforms.
I told you, I'm like, I know everyone wants to know, so might as well.
I'm just saying, if you were a Facebook page, I'd press like. I would.
I had a sexy Facebook page back in the day, but it's gone now.
I haven't had Facebook since 2016.
I did 2020, so you're longer than me.
I don't miss it at all either.
No, me either. And even like I felt like I lost so many friends and all this because you like disappear. If you're not on Facebook, you disappear. No one reaches out to you, you know. But I've been like, that's fine. That's been fine. I don't care. Oh, First Shot doesn't understand.
I don't understand Discord at all. Discord.
It's a lot of work. It takes a minute.
I think here's the problem I think people have with Discord. It's not a mobile app friendly service. If you're using it on a desktop computer, it's super easy. It's super understandable. If you're a gamer, especially if you play PC games, it's a fantastic tool for communication. Back when I was a gamer, we used it all the time. But for the purposes of this, if you have a desktop, I understand the mobile app just because I understand the desktop app so well.
It took me a while.
Everybody can make their own private server. So Forest Mommy has her own private Forest Mommy server, and in it has different channels with different subjects, different things going on. You pick to follow the ones you like, or you can follow them all. It doesn't matter. And you just pop in and out of the rooms, see what everybody's talking about, jump in on the conversation, bounce out.
I also gotta take more advantage of the voice and video chats too. I like that.
I heard there were Forest Mommy nudes, but I can't find any of them. Once you get into the server, you go to Libertitties. Forest Mommy is very generous. That's all I'm gonna say.
Someone like pins them, anyways, right?
Liberty Squirrel, I think, does.
Yeah. And his wife is in the server now too.
Yeah. 2022. Mike, what are we talking about? Mike, what are we talking about? What are you talking about? It seems like you've had an exciting fucking week this week.
Discord. He's on Discord. Yeah, Mike was all over the place with stuff. Science stuff.
Mike, I'm not touching it. I enjoy PC gaming and I enjoy console gaming. Depends on the game.
Should I pick up gaming to make more of an audience?
I mean, if you want to go down that road, you got to find a. Here's the thing.
I can't game.
Here's how you become a successful gamer, in my opinion. If anybody wants to disagree with me, please disagree with me. I think there's two ways you become three if you're a woman. But for average everybody, there's two ways you become good. Either you're just really good at video games and you can pick up any game, be relatively entertaining, carry on a conversation, interact with your audience while playing a game decently. You don't have to be great, you just have to be decent. Or you have to be the master of one game. Like whether it's Fortnite, whether it's Call of Duty, whether
That's
it's
what Libertarian
GTA.
Squirrel's trying to do is gaming stuff.
Yeah. So if you go the first route, you have got to be really fucking entertaining. If you're not good at gaming, you got to be really fucking entertaining. If you're a chick, man, you just got to sit in a fucking hot tub in a bikini and hold a controller. So
I'll do live streams. Yeah, I've done regular live streams.
I mean, I know.
Did you see that girl who got fucked and then she got like banned for a little bit?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
She's ugly. She's ugly.
She's ugly, and she makes a good living on Twitch, because especially when you have a camera on your face while your boyfriend's railing you out while you play fucking Fortnite. The audience is there. We're living in a time where if you want to get somewhere, it's there. You just gotta be patient.
I saw her and I was like, she's so ugly. And I know that's mean of me to say, but she was like literally, and it's so hard for me to get fucked sometimes.
Travis, I agree with you.
Ugly bitch is getting fucked.
Twitch is dying. I used to spend so much time on fucking Twitch. Now YouTube is like, I hate to say it, YouTube is still my prime, but I'm slowly converting over to Rumble. Oh, hey, look, my brother's here. No one ever tells me this shit is happening. Fuck you guys. I'm the chunk of this group. Hey, whoa. You and Adam both are honorable mentions, all right? Both of you are honorable mentions. We didn't plan this, Doug.
Doug too?
Yeah, you called Doug and Adam honorable mentions, and it really stuck in their craw.
I know. Adam got so mad at me. I didn't even mean any offense by it.
It makes Doug mad too. He was just not as vocal as Adam.
Me and Doug we hung out all the time.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying the honorable mention thing really stuck in his craw.
Go watch. I can't make everybody happy. I can't make everybody happy.
You don't have to. It's not your fucking job. Fuck anybody who doesn't make you happy or get it happy made by you. I don't know. I'm getting a little drunk. I'm not gonna lie. Go watch.
Are you good? Are you good to keep going?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want you to have a bad night tomorrow, but
I'm not gonna have a bad night tomorrow.
Okay.
Force Mom, you watch me literally drink 25 beers and like wake up the next day and like get breakfast and donuts for everybody and travel all around, like,
and leave at like
I don't. Yeah, hangovers are just something I get through. Fuck Paul. I don't know why you're saying fuck Paul.
Hold on, I have to look at what he's
I'm not the one who
saying.
called you an honorable mention. Don't fucking point your anger at me.
Yeah, and I didn't mean anything like
Just
bad
kidding.
by
I love you
it.
too, Doug. Nah, it was low key bad. We all know.
What?
Y'all-
Honorable mention?
Y'all need to tag me in. I'll fucking do it.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Yay, enjoy after 5 beers. Yeah, he can drink. I drank 6 tonight. I'm gonna do some more drugs still, but I'm done with beers, I think. That's for sure.
First, I usually on a Saturday stream I usually kill in the area of 20 to 30 beers. I went through a 30 rack on one episode for sure. I know, but we go like 6 to 7 fucking hours every Saturday.
Yeah, I mean it just happens.
Yeah.
So
I think I've only got like 15 beers for tomorrow. So
you better go get some.
man, I ain't leaving this. I've been traveling all week for work. My whole goal was to set this up to where I didn't have to leave. I forgot to get beer. I'll somehow be fine with 15 beers tomorrow night. I'll
You'll
make it work. I'll
He'll
make it work. Doug
Doug's
says
not
he's not
drinking.
tomorrow.
Doug is right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know, we haven't talked about this. Are we doing sober October
I'm doing sober October, but I am doing pot.
with weed? You're doing pot.
Yeah, so no alcohol and no others.
Doug, you want to do sober October with pot? I'm down.
Yeah, just pot. And you don't even do pot, right, Paul?
I know. That's why I would say I'm down.
Yeah, it's just so you
I
just got to
didn't-
cut out the drinking.
I literally haven't drank. I picked up drinking again once we started doing the Saturday show.
Yeah, it's easy.
I didn't
That's
drink
why
before that.
I was talking to Robbie and I'm like, oh, it'll be so hard to do my live streams if I'm going to be sober. And he's like, you'll be fine. Like you'll get used to it. It's fine. I'm like, I don't know. It's been a
Travis
hard 2
says-
years. Fuck no.
It comes from the earth. It's here for me and you. Yeah,
Exactly.
hey, I have no issues with pot. If it was legal at a federal level and I wouldn't lose my job
And you
for it, I
didn't
would
work for
totally
the
do it.
fucking, yeah. Kyle. Yeah, I know I'm a margarita person, Kyle. I get it. But I'm the only reason I drink so much lately is because I do other shit. And then I'm like, but if I don't do the other shit, then I don't want to drink. And if I just smoke pot, I'm fine. You know what I mean? So
Oh, Doug, I forgot to mention. First 2 bourbon nights in a row is getting brave and wants to come on tomorrow. He hit me up last night and he's like, I think I should come on this weekend. And I'm like, fuck yeah, you should. And then like I'm not trying to out his spot, but like he's worried about what the universe will think of him. And first, if you were on Discord and you went to the Hex's Peen channel, you would learn that the universe is a very loving place.
yeah. And hi Kyle, by the way. Hi Kyle. I love Kyle. Isn't that channel so like sweet?
The Hex's okay. There's a lot of dick.
I didn't know
There's
it
a
was
lot
gonna
of
happen.
dick. There's a lot of Force Mommy Universe dick rolling in that channel. And I apologize for my part for the embarrassment of Hex. That like, if he feels any embarrassment by that
I
channel
think
being
he's
created,
fine. I should
But
change the name of it.
I will say, the Force Mommy Universe has some of the bravest fucking men in the world to just randomly post their dick pics on a Discord server, and on top of that, everybody on that fucking channel is so fucking kind to each other. Like,
I
even-
attract good people.
That's what I'm saying. First off, there's some horse dongs in there, and they know who they are, and God bless them, because they don't brag about it. They don't brag about it. And then there's some regular fucking dudes who are just, they're batting at average or a little below, and they
My
still get the
Mormon
positive.
friend posted
Yeah,
it.
and the horsecock dudes are in there being positive. They're like, when the little dicks come out, they're like, hell yeah, we're packing heat and shit. And I'm like, this is good stuff. This is good
It's
stuff.
so sweet. Like it was so I didn't even look in there for a while, and then I looked back and I'm like, everyone's being so supportive of each other. Like so sweet. And like, I mean, what I'm so glad Unicorn's in there because he's just a sweetheart anyways. But
Doug says, Paul, tell him about how anal I used to be about being the beginning of Brothers and Mothers. I still think you're kind of anal on certain things, but I don't know what specifically you're talking about. I'm anal about things too, so that's not that. Constitutional Cargo says, well, dang, I got a sub to Paul now. I appreciate any fucking subs that come of it.
sub
So
to him.
we'll
Oh,
always
thanks,
take your CC.
Kyle. I love Kyle. I watched your whole the YouTube with the bodybuilder, the guy who does the shows today.
I got a hanging Jew dog. My brother.
Are you guys Jew?
No, we're not at all. And
Oh.
but my brother definitely was genetically gifted in the dick size department. I, however, did not get that.
Is he cut too or no?
Yeah, we're both cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
both
mean,
cut.
it's fairly normal to be
And
cut. It's just
yeah, that motherfucker. I don't know what genes he got from our family, but he lucked out. I didn't.
isn't it
We're not the
interesting?
same. We're not the
Same
same.
with boobs. Same with boobs in my family. Like, what the fuck? My mother and my sisters and me.
Oh, I just saw Nav. Nav popped in. It's your laid back
Hey,
demeanor.
Nav.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I do
I
have
guess.
like a very accepted, and like someone even asked me in the Discord, they're like, "Do you even like looking at dick pics?" I'm like, "Well, not necessarily, but I understand that
Yeah.
people want to show them off sometimes, so you
Yeah,
might as
let's
well."
get it straight. The male penis is nothing that's pretty to look at.
But when you
But
like
again,
the male, you like the
yeah,
penis.
for me, it's a train wreck. Like I've just got to see what's going on out there. I gotta watch. It is. I'm not gay or anything. I don't want to like suck a dick or anything. But
I
like I
never,
want to see.
yeah, and they were so like,
And
yeah,
I'm so not ashamed of my small dick. Like I love my small dick. It's the
it's
only one
probably
I
not
have. I'm
even
proud of it.
small. It's probably not even
I,
small.
I'm national average. I'm there.
What's that like? Five? Like I don't even know. I
Five
don't
and a
even.
half, 6 on a good day.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not
not
what
worried about it.
that matters. Like I can't even. It hurts me half the time. So it's like I don't care about size. You know what I mean? Like that's my thing. Sorry, everybody, to be too honest, but
I love how we've got a great dick comment section going on right now. The name is
is a
Love.
lie. Where is that one at? Oh, is up higher.
Worst I'm greater than 10.
I'm greater than 10.
Yeah, you're better than 10. You're like an 11, girl.
Thanks. I am a good catch.
Pan
That's
15
why.
club for life.
Yeah, we're way
But anyways,
behind. They're no trying to have giant songs.
I think you meant dongs. Yeah, you meant
Yeah,
dongs.
I did. I knew it. Fuck being cut.
cut.
Mike, are
Oh,
you
Mike, you
cut?
got the sleeve? You got the wizard sleeve going on?
I wish I
Again,
could find a girl for
I don't-
Mike so bad.
I don't care either way. Like,
It's
I'm cut.
heavy as
I like being cut.
That's the thing. You
Visually,
can't.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Visually, I like a cut penis compared to an uncut penis. Granted, don't want either of them inside me or around me, but
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
You're
that's
not
what I like to
sucking
look
on
at.
him.
Yeah. It's heavy as
I
fuck.
am. Hey,
It's very wholesome to chat about
Colin. Hey,
penis.
Colin. Oh, it is wholesome.
Yeah. We could talk about pussy and tits too, but we can also have a great conversation about dick. I have seen a metric fuck ton of dicks in my life. Literally. A lot.
I haven't actually.
Well, you've never joined the Navy as a man and had to
Mhm.
go in open bay showers for 6 years.
Exactly. You saw it all.
More than a mouthful's a waste. You knew
Yeah, I'm not. And I always like anybody, if I say anything, anyone who's watching, if I ever say anything about the size of my boobs, you don't have to say they're fine. They're I know they are. I'm just commenting on them. That's all. I always try to tell that to people. I'm like, I'm not self-deprecating about my boobs. I love my boobs. But
So
big and
I don't think I'm a grower or a shower, but like I've been a big fan of my life. Whenever a woman has showed interest in seeing it, I have no problem showing it. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get laid. This is awesome.
yeah.
Because no guy in the history, or very few, has like a woman been like, okay, pull it out, and they pull it out, and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything with that. Women are way more polite than that.
Yeah,
They're
that
like,
doesn't happen.
yeah, I'll at least give you an old fashioned, and I'm okay with that. We know Doug's good with that. I'd
Oh,
tag you.
he's cut. Yeah, without his permission. I get it.
I'm cut.
That
but
is the lack of sensitivity stuff is I think it is technically true because like I've told you guys before, my
I
nipples
disagree.
being inverted, I think they're more sensitive because they're inverted.
I have never played with your nipples, but I have played with my cock a lot. And I can tell
It's
you
still
that
great. It's
even though
still
it's
amazing.
even though it's cut, it's fucking fantastic. Now, if you want for science, I will be more than happy to play with your nipples and do a cross-check comparison. You just got to let me know the place and time.
I just can understand how that can happen, like anything when it's covered. I get what they're saying, but
Yeah,
hey, Colin. Oh, and Jessica. Hey, Jessica. Colin and Jessica are my buds.
First,
Yeah.
if we lived close together, me and you would be drinking buddies. Like I would be the friend that your wife hated. Like if we were in a close proximity to each other, be like, "Oh man, Paul's
Does
coming
First
over
ever
again."
go out? Do you think does First ever go out with friends?
I would say First is like he gets to go out with the boys once every 7 to 8 months. That's my guess. First, Jessica. Oh, we got a woman, guys.
There's Jessica, my girl.
Guys,
I know Jessica from real life.
Settle down. And Jessica's a cutie too.
She's
Ew.
very cute. And she's very talented. She's an artist and she's so talented. She painted COVID on my boobs too one time. Made them more
Like
sensitive.
You're talking like a circle with like a lot of like spikes coming out of it? Is that what you
Yeah.
painted on your boobs? Okay.
Yeah, she actually the night she was here painted that is when Anthony Samaroff was here too. So that's who's going to be on this Sunday.
Yeah, I agree with you, Verse. I'm super fucking sensitive cut. So if you're telling me it's more,
Yeah, that's the thing. But it's all good either way.
Yeah.
Like
no, covered has more sensitivity, more nerves. Cut has a lot more chopped away. Mike, you seem really bitter about your parents cutting your pee-pee, man. You might want to call mom and dad and have a
are we still
conversation.
going? Can you give me like 2 seconds?
Sure.
I don't want you to keep you up a little late. I don't want to mess up your show tomorrow.
You're not keeping me up late. I'm gonna be up late anyway.
It's 9:30. It's almost 9:30 by you.
Fucking Sopranos. I'm finishing the last 7 episodes of fucking Sopranos tonight.
Tonight?
Jessica, I don't know if you're thinking, yeah, I'm gonna fucking finish them tonight.
Oh my god. Okay, we won't say too much on it.
I got gabagool. You're welcome, Jessica. I don't know if you're thanking me or if you're thanking Forrest Mommy. But if it's for me saying you're cute, DM me. They're open. All right. First says, no, I don't like people. I have 0 friends in real life. You could have had a shit ton of friends in real life last weekend if you wanted to. Your fault. When you're running for an hour straight and can't get off. Okay, first off, I can come on demand, like with a woman. I've never had the ability to not come when being with a woman. Is that a thing? Like Force Mommy? Have you been with guys? I've never been with a lot of guys.
No, I mean it's
I've only been with 2.
natural and you're like, we're doing this thing, let's do it. Some will try to like hold it off, but you can't really.
Yeah. I want to get a mural of Mount Rushmore painted on my dong.
Damn, Doug.
He's got
And
the
I didn't have the
landscape. I
chance
hate
to
fucking
see
saying
it.
it. Everybody knows I like fucking dogging my brother whenever I have the chance. But I know for a fact he has the landscape where he can pull it off. Like I am.
I won't call your
Mama joke.
parents. But yeah, Jessica, they just have one girl child, so they didn't have to. They
I
didn't
would
have
never
to.
given
worry
our
about
kid a
that.
circumcision if she had.
That's what I say too. If I had kids, I wouldn't do it. And I'm not knocking it or anything. It's just, and right now, this is what I'm going to say earlier. Okay. This is not any commentary on actual circumcision and all that and everybody who has them, blah, blah, blah. But the trans people are using it as you do that to little boys. So why can't we cut things off a kid? That's my problem right now. Do you know what I mean?
I want to say I understand both sides of the argument, and I don't think
I don't understand I don't understand both sides.
Like if I was married and or unmarried and just had a child, I would have a serious conversation with my wife. I'm not my heels aren't buried in the sand. I would literally give my life experiences, which is I have a cut penis. I enjoy my cut penis. I would explain exactly to the girl. I'd be like, visually when looking at other man's dicks, I like a cut penis. That's a me personally thing. But if you're so knees in the sand, like heels in the sand with this, and you don't want to cut our son, I mean, fine. But if you want to know my opinion, I would do it. That's just me.
Yeah, and I don't judge you at all. I don't judge your decision at all because I understand the whole fucking history of it all and everything. And I've obviously fucked a lot of cut dicks, obviously. But like, I've seen them use that argument. Like, well, you cut that off when they're a baby. Why can't we change something else? You know what I mean? So like, I've seen that, and that makes me mad. And when people will be anti-female, have some of the Muslims do female circumcision, which is not cool, but they use the excuse, well, we do it to boys, so that's all. But I don't, like I said, I don't have to worry about it. So
yeah,
and I'll fuck any day.
So. And if I'm ever in the scenario, I'll deal with it as I cross the bridge. But right now, it's not something I have to worry about. Just Wheeler, thanks for you both. All right, awesome.
Wait,
where are you?
Oh, you're way ahead. Sorry.
I'm just trying to catch up.
Yeah.
I feel like people enjoy seeing their stuff on screen. I don't know.
Yeah, you're doing great. No.
My brother is now bitching at me. Way to pass mine up, Paul. I'm assuming
Doug,
you're talking about chat.
I love you,
don't know
Doug.
which chat. Chat again. I'll get to it, Doug. This chat's flying by. They have more people watching than we do. So get off my nuts. First, okay, man. I had a friend. I haven't had a friend.
Because first says he doesn't have friends. I don't think he probably goes out to the bars or anything.
What we need to do is build an FMU commune in the center of the country, like Kansas, where we all just live together.
Or you guys can just come visit me at the Forest House, and we'll have a good vacation out there.
Whiskey dick can be a real thing. See, okay. I've experienced times where like whiskey dick is a thing, like. but
Coke
never
dick.
where we're in the act. Like if I know whiskey dick is a thing, I'm not even gonna let it get to the point where clothes are off.
You're
And
planning. You're
you
planning.
know what I mean? Fuck yeah! Are you
Straight
kidding
up,
me?
like Coke dick and
Fuck yeah.
Molly dick and all that shit.
Good, Jessica. Good.
My name's Jessica too. That's why me and Jessica are friends.
It's true. Every Saturday you can hear him dog all over me. Every 7 p.m. Central Time. Link in bio. Way to
First
fucking
shot's
plug
coming
the
on
show,
tomorrow.
Doug.
Yeah, first shot's gonna come on tomorrow too.
And we dog each other. Yeah, first you're coming on now. We put it out on Forest Mommy's channel. You're coming on. Don't leave the people hanging. I could do things and go out with people, but I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
No, I can
Costs
I can
money,
verify.
too.
He did that last week. He nabbed us. Nah.
Yeah, he
Actually,
could have drove 2 hours and met us, but yeah.
All right. Circumcision had a purpose in gross times of the sub 1950s era. Personal hygiene. I've never bought into the personal hygiene argument. Like I've
I
always
get
thought
mad
that
at
was a
that.
weak. I always thought that was a weak point of it.
They're
I'm
like, boys don't know how to clean it out, and I'm like, they can learn how
Yeah.
to clean it out.
yeah.
It's fine.
And as I am a proponent of circumcision, I've always thought that was a weak argument. For me, I'm a fucking narcissist. I'm on the visual aspect of it. Yeah, I'm a fat guy and a narcissist. Go figure.
I get it. No, you're fine. I
No,
get you.
anytime an adult has a conversation about sexual things with a child and tells them to keep it a secret from their
that's
parents,
you.
it's abuse. I agree. Hey, this is a good time for Paul's Rules of Life. Paul's Rules of Life. Rule
Let's
number
hear
1.
'em.
If you're over 18 years old, live however the fuck you want. And don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Rule number 2, kids are off limits, no exceptions. Those are Paul's rules for life. You
It's
live
so
by those, we're
simple.
always
And
going to
it's
get
so
along.
simple, and you can have a really fulfilling life by just
Yeah.
following those kind of simple
Just
rules.
2 rules. The terms is trans.
Yeah. I think she's talking about how I was saying how they use that as an example to be like, well,
Yeah.
you cut them off so we can do surgery too. That's what.
Clip the
Oh,
hood.
yeah,
Is that your official stance? Is that your
That's the
stance, Ben?
female, what they do to the females.
Oh, they clip the hood.
So they can't like have any satisfaction. It's so fucked.
I never found myself.
Oh, to go out. Well, Constitutional has his own business and shit. Mommy fucking Jessica's not living in Kansas.
I was just using that as, example of center Earth. Realistically, we should probably do it in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, get 4 seasons. Then I don't have to do much work. Mine isn't as supportive of my drinking as you might think.
You know what's funny is Mr. Forrest Mommy is supportive. He's like, do you need me to get you? He's such an enabler. I love it.
Yeah. I think it's different, though, for girls and guys.
Like Adderall dick.
Adderall dick.
That happens, I'm sure. Forest Mommy's one of the houses that I live in is in the forest, yes.
Look at your bougie ass, one of the houses.
I am bougie.
It's not hard to clean it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if women can clean out what they have to clean out, dudes can clean out that. Like, it's not.
It's hard to argue with Paul's Rules for Life. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I put a lot of thought and effort into those rules. I know some shit. I'm smart.
You're smart. I love Doug. You, Jessica. She lives out here with me.
And that's where the love affair ends for us, Jessica.
You will love her to death, honestly.
All right, we're caught up on chat.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
We're the worst because I'm the worst person because I can just keep going and going because I'm like.
I can sit here and keep talking to you, or I can eat gabagool and watch fucking the last 7 episodes of Sopranos.
It's 9:30 there.
Show your tat, Paul. Well, which one? I got the chest tattoo of the Upper Peninsula in Wisconsin. It says "Home is where the heart is," and then I have the Superman tattoo inside of a Celtic cross. Those are my tats.
Do you want to bring Mike in and talk smart stuff? He just asked that.
Yeah, we can bring Mike in.
Yeah, I could do Mike for a little bit.
Sure.
Jessica is 6 foot tall.
I like my girls tall. I mean, she has long legs.
Yeah, she's tall, got very long. She's put together very nicely, and she lost a lot of weight during COVID too. And she's just Jessica.
On a scale of 1 to single, where is she?
What signal?
Single.
Oh, she's not single. Colin's in the chat, or was earlier her husband. Damn. But they're super fun. So.
Damn. Why didn't you tell me she had a husband? I wouldn't have fucking laid the Mac down so hard.
She doesn't care. They don't care. You can say she.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. They're fun people.
Jessica, I apologize for all the inflammatory hitting on you.
Yeah, she's married as fuck.
Ousting you to the chat.
Are we inviting Mike in for a little bit?
Mike's got the invite. The only reason Mike's not here is under his own volition.
Can we get
a desk pop?
What's a desk pop?
Pull my gun out and fire a round off. No, we're not getting a desk pop right now.
Pull your what and
Yeah.
fire your gun off?
Yeah, he wants me to grab a gun and fire it off.
Oh. She is a good. Yeah, Jessica and Colin are super fun to hang out with.
It's
They've met
here.
my parents.
I'm not gonna fire it off though.
Is that a glizzy? What is it?
Oh yeah, of course it's a Glock. This is my EDC.
Which one is
Glock
it?
19.
19, yeah.
Glock 19 with hollow points.
I get it. We're going to shoot a shit ton of guns in Wisconsin. We're bringing a bunch out.
Jessica, congrats on being married. It's your version of a flex. Thanks first.
All right. Mike, are you coming? Is he
Like,
popping in?
Coming or like coming on the stream?
He's always probably coming that way, but like.
Hell yeah. I've jerked off twice since this stream started.
Really?
No.
Oh. I was like,
3
that's
times.
pretty good. Like, this is why we're friends.
We do get along rather well.
Yeah. All right, here he is.
And I'm going to go
Doug's
pee now that we got Mike on. What's up, Mike?
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Where's your background? Where's your Pepe background?
Oh, I actually turned that off. I'll keep that back on.
I still don't even know how to do a back. Can I do a background on
Yeah,
here?
you go into settings and backgrounds. and
Yeah,
change
it's general
whatever you want.
settings. That's how fast I can do it.
Do you have to have the photo on your computer already?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you, Mike? Yeah, you've been busy. Are you home right now?
Yeah, it's been a freaking week and a half, dude. I'm tired. It's
You were
So
doing
fun.
work. You were doing
fun
work.
as shit, but tired. Yeah.
Well, you have to be like social and on when you do your work. So,
Very, very much
exhausting.
so on. Yes.
but you got to be. So were you there when that thing you posted a picture was when they were burning it out or whatever?
The static fire? Yes, I was there. I was about a half mile away.
Was it pretty cool?
Oh. To get to see a thing that you've been working so much and so hard for actually begin to happen, you're birthing a baby. You're just like, this new rocket system I'm part of this.
And so that was just a test of the actual rockets. They knew it didn't take off or anything, right?
Right. There's 2 parts of the Starship rocket system. There's the booster, which is the bottom portion, the big tall portion. And then there's the Starship itself, which is your second stage. The booster has 33 Raptors that are capable of 250 tons of thrust each. And that is what propels the Starship into space, and the booster comes back down to get grabbed, refueled, and ready to go again. The Starship is your payload delivery device in low Earth orbit or high Earth orbit, depending on what your intent is. But it is the largest capacity and largest payload capacity rocket the human race has ever devised.
The one that you watched the test on?
Right. Now it's only 7 of the 33 rockets.
Damn.
Well, if 2012 pop music has taught me anything, it is that starships are meant to fly.
I'm meant to fly. How's that song go?
Hands up and touch the sky.
Touch the sky. I love that song. I would go
Sorry,
dance
Mike.
now.
I didn't mean to
Yeah,
derail
good.
that.
This is a Forest Mommy stream. You can be as silly as you want.
See, I go down there to help my nerds. Let's measure everything, make sure we have stuff under control, and that it's not getting too out of control, so that stuff doesn't disintegrate because of bad reasons.
And
And it
did
looked like
everything
bad
go
reasons
okay?
didn't happen.
Did everything go okay? No? Yes?
Things are fine.
Everything's fine. This is fine.
That's why you had to do the test, right? To make
That's correct.
sure.
This is all a brand new rocket system, so we have to test every single aspect of it to make sure that the entire rocket delivery system survives. And there are certain levels that I cannot discuss.
Constitutional carpenters, I think comments very on spot. That's a lot of thrust.
Yes, lots of thrust.
Lots of thrust. You never want to.
Are you in Central Time, Mike?
I'm in Texas.
Mountain time.
No.
Or you're in Central Time. That's Central Time.
Some of Texas is mountain. El Paso is
Negative.
mountain.
No,
Central
it's
Time
all-
supremacy.
All of Texas
No.
is central.
No. Mountain
Pretty
time.
damn certain.
Mountain time's the supremacy. Sorry, guys.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
No,
We're at
no,
the
no.
highest altitude, so we're the supremacists.
I'm
Oh,
at the
no, that makes
lowest
you-
altitude.
That makes you a height supremacist.
Well,
She's just the she's a length queen.
Link,
Length.
Link,
Length?
like the
Length. Displacement.
I
She's a
think
length
I
Oh,
can
queen.
solve.
length?
I think I can solve the whole Pam Pan dilemma. Is it 2 N's or 2 M's?
who?
What? Never mind. Adam gets it. I'm sure if Adam's still here, he got it.
Length. Did you say length or length?
Length.
Length.
Links.
Yes. Length.
Length.
Length. Distance. Size queen.
But I'm not really. But I like high altitude living. But I'm not a size queen. We already talked about
Not big dick riding, huh?
it.
We'll take
Hurts sometimes. Sometimes they hurt. So it's like,
Hey, God
When
bless
you're-
the
when
women who
you're-
have your
when
thought
you're
process.
pummeling the cervix, things get different.
yeah, like, and you have to make sure you're super turned on and like on for it. And then, I don't know. I don't need anything. But I also haven't had a baby and all that shit. So I don't know if I'm not like, I don't know. Sorry, that was TMI, everybody who's watching, the 4 people who are
Thank you,
watching.
mommy.
There's more than 4 people watching. There's more than 4 people in chat.
Really?
That number is not accurate. That number is never accurate in the top corner.
Well, one of them was me. Am I still watching? Oh no, it turned off.
How do you find out who's actually how many people are watching?
It says in the StreamYard how many people are watching.
I think
but yeah,
Social Blade's probably the most accurate, but like right now, YouTube is transferring between 7 and 8 on my end, and then here it says 4 and 5.
Word.
So I mean, you never know. 7 or 8 sounds about right though, and all of them are participating in chat. Which we
yeah,
like
that's what's
participation.
important. What about anal?
Engagement.
I'm fine with anal, but we gotta
Warm
work
up.
up towards it.
See, and for me, like anal something I'll only do if she wants to do it. Like it's never gonna be like
That's
it's
probably
it's never gonna be like, hey baby.
Yeah, I
Go to the
want
other hole.
poop on my dick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like for me. The only time it happens is if the girl's like, "Why don't you put it in my ass?" and be like, I mean, "Is that what you want?" Like, yeah, I really like it. Okay, cool. But like for me, it's too gritty.
I'm
Like-
still wrapping up.
But I'll do it. I'm not against it.
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. I'm sure for a guy.
Nah,
No?
I prefer
Well, because
vagine.
your mind is your mind thinking about what it is. So
Yeah, my
it
dick's in a
doesn't
butt.
feel as-
I'd rather have it in a pussy.
Yeah. God nailed it right when he made you women the first shot.
Yeah.
He literally.
You
he
guys
made
are
it.
not gay at all. That's how you know
No,
that right
no.
now.
I mean, I would suck a dick if I had to. I wouldn't kiss another dude. That shit's gay.
Right, but you wouldn't put it in a butt, or you don't. You
I
have
mean, when
to,
you
like,
suck
really
a clit,
like
you're sucking a
butts to
dick,
maybe
so
be
it's
gay.
just
I have never like filleted a man or penetrated a man in my life. And if I had, I wouldn't be afraid to fucking say it, but I just haven't.
Right,
I have kissed dudes though, like with tongue.
like
I made
make
with
out.
dudes. Yeah.
Nice.
Gay chicken is a big thing in the military.
I made.
There's
I
any
know. I
veterans in
made.
chat that can
That
back
was
me up on
Bible
that.
camp for me. I made out with girls before I made out with boys. It was like practice, basically.
But let's be honest, girls making out together and
It's-
dudes
it's
making out together,
different.
totally different.
different
standards.
thing. Yeah.
Totally
But I
different
also
standards.
was like a horny kid too, so it was like awesome when it happened.
You?
Yeah. I know,
First is team
shocker.
vagina as well. We know.
Shocker.
Doug says I have. We also know.
Doug,
Jessica
yeah.
says snort. First says we know, Doug. I love that.
I love Doug's honesty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I love my brother. I love him like a brother. So it's kind of convenient.
it's
It's good
cute.
to have,
like-
dude. There's some of us who have had to disintegrate.
Their family.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? Are
Like-
you're not only sibling, Mike?
Negative.
Hmm. I feel like I knew that.
Wait, you
Drama.
do or don't have brothers and sisters?
I do. We just do not
Don't talk?
discuss things. Correct.
Oh yeah, my dad, me and my dad don't talk. We
There's
have
a
a
reason why
brother,
I'm
though.
libertarian, because I've been very I understand toxic relationships all too well.
And family is so good at being like that. Family.
Absolutely. without any levels of
It's like the first cult you kind of like deal with in life, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
it teaches you life lessons if you can accept it.
My family hated me when I first left when I was young, and then guess what? During all this COVID shit, they're like, "Oh, she's her individualness, and like we actually like that." You know what I mean? Like it's just interesting how that all happened, but I don't know. First Shives, do you guys want to keep going?
Every time he takes the background off and he shows the 3D printer, such a flex.
I have a 3D printer too. I just haven't printed a gun on it yet.
Have you printed anything on it?
Yeah, I did the test prints.
Mommy, such a fail.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
It's literally
I have it.
download. I've never used one. I'm just guessing. Download file, press start. Make sure.
For the most
You
part,
get it
yeah.
from your computer to the printer too.
So go get a Raspberry Pi and make a Octoprint server, and then you can just wirelessly transfer your shit from your computer to the Octoprint server and make it print.
I'll need help with that at some point.
Freelance. Let
I
me
know,
know.
I've had it for so long and I haven't printed a gun on it, but I'm like, at least I have it, so that's good.
I'm pretty sure with your following force, mommy, you could like build a fucking town.
Oh yeah,
in 2 weeks.
I told Tactical especially. I'm like, I'll pay you to come out and teach me it, but
I mean, we can probably cast you a cannon without much fail.
yeah, that's true.
Raspberry
I've
Pi
already
sounds
got-
so good.
I've already got the CAD files for it.
All right, maybe I should throw a party and then you can come up. And we'll have a. Once I move it to the other house, though, that would be probably.
That's
better.
cool. That's cool that Mike got an invite and I didn't get one. It's cool.
You
I'm
would
just an
come
honorable-
too. You told me.
I'm just an
You
honorable
told me.
mention.
Listen, you.
I'm kept
I
fucking with
was
you.
when I said
Fucking with
party. That includes you.
I've been here longer.
No, and then you said that you were like, maybe I'll come to a Colorado party. I'm like, all right. So I got to set up a good Colorado party where people will
I
come.
made like 10 AR lowers on my 3D printer. Just kidding.
Ooh.
I question AR lowers on a 3D printer without metal fastener reinforcement. That your bump stock lug is very questionable if it's purely plastic.
I don't even know what kind of. I got
Oh,
the Ender, the Ender 3 or something. The newer Ender one is what I got.
Yeah, Raspberry Pis are awesome. I've only used them for gaming, like as emulators.
What are they?
It's a small computer that's based in Linux that you can run. Give me a second, hold on.
Now
I can
Linux,
download it to my computer.
Linux is the operating system of choice in my
I
opinion.
knew what Linux is. I remember
I
that from
love
back in the
Linux.
day. Nav. I paid. I think it was less than 300. I bought it off of Amazon. It was less than 300.
Jessica says, "Come to Colorado and be cool." I would if there was a lot less married women or homestead married women.
There's fun married women out here. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm looking for anybody with the title not married though.
There's single girls out here too.
So this is a Raspberry Pi. It's got a little bit extra shit on it. I've actually have an active.
Is that like a whole
system.
hard drive?
No, it's a computer.
It's a computer.
It's literally the size of a credit card, and it's a computer.
That's something I would have no idea how to do.
You buy
You
it.
can literally go on Amazon and get one.
Yeah, you buy it. You plug it in. There's a minimal amount of programming involved. You basically program an SD card to accept whatever operating system you want, be it Octoprint or whatever have you. This one is just set up to run Octoprint. This is actually overclocked to 1.5 gigahertz for a RetroPie. That's why the heat sink's on in the active cooling.
Do you just put the files on there and then plug it into the printer?
No, you wireless. This thing has wireless built in. So with I do not have a small touchscreen. I don't have the Pro. I just have the SV01. So my printer is a little bit older. It works. I'm actually thinking about upgrading to something a bit better and faster. It's been getting me to where I want lately, but the
You can
filament.
afford a better one. Get a better one. Do it.
Real quick, because I haven't been following much lately. Did the ATF finally come out and say that 80%ers are illegal?
They did, but it's been recently very much so challenged to the fact.
I was
that
gonna say. I know Firearms Coalition.
Yes,
like,
they've
is
been
fighting it.
absolutely on the ATF's ass, and
Yeah,
it's
and they're
about to
crushing
get.
it.
they're destroying it. The ATF is about to get completely railed. They don't have the legal precedent to be able to make the declaration to change what the lower actually is, what contains the firing mechanism, because they're not legislature. It's a complete outside of their scope argument, and they're about to get fucked in the ass.
I like the people who are taking advantage of the buyback stuff. That's
Oh
funny.
yeah, that always happens though. But
I mean, 3D print lowers. Just build a whole bunch of Glock lowers and sell them back in. What's a 2 kilograms spool of PLA plus? $25.
I don't know.
yeah, these
Oh,
I'm not.
that's-
You know this shit more than I do. First, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Hold on, give me a second.
I hate to be the killjoy. I think I'm gonna pop off here pretty quick.
I know. Mike, how are you doing, Mike?
I'm great. I'm just.
I mean, I could go for a little longer.
So that is a Mac 10 lower. So this is technically the gun, but you can still make your own firearms. So they have no jurisdiction over you. My printer is just so low resolution that there's a whole bunch of just weird, nasty shit all over this. I don't want to actually use this one, but for the most part, it's functional. It just uses Glock mag release levers and AR-15 trigger systems.
Now, when you say there's a lot of shit all over it, I'm assuming you're talking about like imperfections. Like if you had a Dremel, could you go through and smooth it out?
You could. It's still plastic. The problem is that the thermoplastic that was deposited is still difficult to disadhere. So I'm on the fence of actually buying a far better 3D printer to actually go back in and start making this stuff better again.
Do it.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's I've got
Hop, you
friends.
need to hop off. You can hop. I can go for like.
I'll make it till
10
2
more
hours.
minutes.
I was gonna say I'll make it. I can make it till 2
Or
hours.
let's do 10 more minutes.
CC says it's still on. They can sell the jigs and 80s at the same store currently, from my understanding. That's what I understood last. I knew that the ATF. Here's the thing about the ATF guys that you got to understand. They don't change laws. They interpret laws to their liking,
Correct.
based on what they deem as a constitutional authority. So no laws actually got passed Congress. They just wake up one morning and say, "Hey, you know what? Braces are illegal today. Hey, you know what? We don't like 80%ers." And for those who don't know what an 80%er is, and anybody correct me if I'm wrong, because I have not purchased or built one. It's where you can buy 80% assembled, and then you get the instructions.
Not assembled. It's your lower is 80% milled out,
and then you complete the rest.
Correct.
With instructions.
You use drill bits and mills and jigs to mill out your mostly what is the trigger compartment. This little guy down in here. So that's your grip here. Your trigger is here, and this is what is missing in your 80%. And so that's all you have to mill out to make your complete firearm, and that makes it so you don't have to fucking go fill out a 40% free.
And what's always bugged me on that argument is it's always been legal since this country was founded that you can literally start with wood and scrap metal and build your own gun from the beginning. Like I don't understand this whole like if 80%.
And we've been doing that since the beginning. Just to make the fucking Kentucky rifle was just fucking wood in a straight fucking piece of tube.
Yeah.
But why is it now this much more complex that, okay, the military has fucking fully automatic weapons. Why can't we?
They have everything.
I'm a Second Amendment absolutist. I believe if you have the money, get a nuclear weapon.
Absolutely.
If you can afford it and you buy it, it should be absolutely legal. Which technically it still is if you file the appropriate paperwork under the National Firearms Act.
The fact you have to file the paperwork and pay the taxes is unconstitutional.
That is gay. I agree. That is
because
gay.
the government doesn't have to file shit.
They just want your money.
They have a monopoly.
They just want your money.
They've been able to build the best, biggest atomic bombs that we can't even imagine.
No.
Not best, but they've been able to build the biggest weapons ever, and they don't have to check with anyone. You know.
I never had a boner from a man, but Mike gives me one. I know that feeling.
I get it.
Go on, Mike. I'm sorry.
Oh. Hi.
When you start talking about nuclear fission, that's where I really get aroused.
I'm nowhere near as drunk tonight, so if you guys actually want to go down that path, we can. But
no, by God, no. You got 8 minutes, man. Make them count.
Shit, we're all to 10. Jesus. But I mean, the ATF has been going around saying, "Oh, you can do this," but now we decide you can't. For 30, 40 years now.
Mhm.
How many people have they murdered over their "we're going to make you a felon overnight" decisions
Yeah.
since they've been in existence?
Not just in guns, but everywhere in government. This whole we're giving executive offices like the authority to change the law at will. Like an unelected director can just say, "Yeah, this is the way," including presidential executive orders. This whole executive order bullshit, whether it's Trump or Biden or Obama or whoever, this is not how you govern. Like you govern by your representatives come together, they make the laws. Your executive branch enforces the fucking laws. Your judicial branch interprets the laws and gives penalty based on violations of those laws. And we've gotten to this point where Congress doesn't do dick like at all, except for spend fucking
Well, they
money.
can't because that was the entire point.
Yes.
Was to make them all fight each other so they can't pass fucking law.
Yeah. And we basically given the executive branch full terrain to make and do whatever they want. I don't know what's going on for us, Mom, but I'm liking it.
Yeah, I hear zippers. I'm just like,
It's like hot in here. Right
6 to
now.
midnight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is it midnight by you?
no,
No.
we're talking 6 to midnight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Arousal. Boner.
I get it.
It's the Chevron deference. That's what needs to end. It's their unconstitutional ability to interpret the rules and make rule changes. I mean, rules and rule changes. The rules are dictated by the legislature. You don't get to fucking change that shit. It's a clear violation of the separation of powers.
Yeah, agreed.
That doesn't matter anymore, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it fucking matters. And the FTC is bringing that shit past. And the Bruin defense is exactly what's going to make the ATF go to the fucking retirement.
Yeah, and it's the same thing like the fucking COVID vaccination shot bullshit. Like, executive branch is doing whatever the fuck they want. They're hoping that they can implement and force enough people to do what they want in the time it takes to go through the court systems. It's such an abuse of the fucking the separation of powers. It's retarded. It pisses me off.
And even when they have like the congressional hearings, nothing fucking comes of it.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke. Unless you're Steve Bannon, then something comes of it.
But like all the like Rand Paul and Fauci shit, like not for 2 years he was questioning.
Rand Paul has been railing Fauci. And
he has for 2 years, but what did it do? What did it do though?
Well, that's because again, Congress is designed to have a wrench in the system all the fucking time, and Ron Paul's political side doesn't have the power right now. They don't have the 50-50 with the vice president.
And honestly, you have to have a fucking 75-25 to get Rand Paul's shit to go through.
Yeah, exactly.
Because most of the Republicans aren't going to sign off that shit because they all want.
And he did the Breonna Taylor bill. And he did the Breonna Taylor bill, and they were still trying to fucking beat his ass. Like it's so stupid. I hate it.
Well, that's why you have Article 5 this shit. We need an Article 5 constitutional amendment of the states. Bypass the fucking federal government and amend the Constitution to make these motherfuckers pay and be held accountable.
Done deal. All right, let's end it there.
All right. Everybody, thank you for watching.
Thanks,
everyone. Appreciate it. This was just random. So
thanks for having me on, guys.
Follow everybody along. Mike, what's your Twitter handle?
Oh God, it's complicated.
That's why I took making you do it to where I don't have to look it up.
It's M1KE_0XLONG.
Make sure everybody follows Mike on Twitter. You're also on Truth. And
I am on Truth.
And active in Force Mommy's Discord. Tomorrow, Sibling Revel will be live 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Links are in my description and my link tree. Force Mommy's got her link tree. Hex is below. Force Mommy, next time we see you is on Sunday, right?
Yes, sir. With Anthony Samaroff on Sunday. Me and Hex.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night if you're not bored. You know.
Yeah, we'll see what I'm up to. I'm obviously ridiculous and love this shit. So.
Yep, it's a drug. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.